Much of the effectiveness of the food control plan is based on keeping records. Why? Record keeping is important because it can tell you if things are starting to go wrong. Information can be used when negotiating with suppliers. It can be a great help if there's a food complaint investigation or recall of products. Why take the blame for another operator's mistakes? You can use record keeping for staff performance reviews. It can also be used to show your auditor that you are running your business well. And, of course, you can keep temperature checks, maintain your cleaning schedule, keep your maintenance schedule up to date, and document staff training and attendance.
The main benefit of the food control plan is that we have a running record of what's been going on. Particularly, perhaps I wasn't here last night, I can then look at the food control plan, see what temperatures my fridges were running at, see what temperatures were achieved when food was reheated. So I've got I almost got a record of what's gone on, perhaps in my absence or even when I haven't been able to look directly at what's been going on.
Most people that own businesses and run food premises actually do what's in that food control plan on a day-to-day basis. The only additional extra thing from the food control plan is actually doing the recordings, because they need to be able to prove that the food that they're preparing for the public is safe to eat.
The key thing to the plan running successfully is the delegation of tasks to all the staff, food handling staff especially, involved in the premise. My belief is that the more people you have with an understanding of the components of the FCP, the better.
And finally, proper use of the food control plan and diary can help others recognise that you take your food business seriously and professionally. Once your food control plan is approved, your local authority will contact you about arranging an appropriate time to conduct an audit. As an operator, you're a busy person, so your auditor will arrange a mutually convenient time. However, it's important that your business is operating, so they can look around and see it in action. At the audit, your verifier will also discuss with you and your staff your understanding of the off-the-peg food control plan and how it operates in your business. They'll also review a selection of records that you've kept. Initial audits are done within 3 months of approval, and then usually annually. There are always things that go wrong in a business. Equipment breaks down and something needs to be done urgently.
Patrick here. Remember I called you about 3 hours ago with regards to my to my broken fridge. Look mate, I've had to empty the whole thing out and take all my stuff next door.
Your verifier knows this and will be keen to know how you followed your plan when this happened, such as how you kept food safe, who was involved, when things got fixed, and what you've done to prevent it from happening again. Keeping records of any incident will help to show the auditor that you are on top of food safety in your business. Through auditing, the verifier gains a better understanding of your business and can provide useful support when you need it.
Just try out some of the methods that are in the book there and you'll see how easy it is to use it. I'll come back and see them in a few weeks' time and say, look, how are you getting on with this? If they've got any problems, I can go through those issues with them to make sure that they're really up with the play.
I've had 1 or 2 food operators that have looked at it and thought, oh, I haven't got time for that. But actually once they start working with it, I find that they actually really enjoy it. It gives them a better perception of what sort of risks they need to look at in their business, what sort of foods they're cooking, which are high-risk foods, you know, the aspects of their business that they actually need to be focusing on.
The New Zealand foods industry, we've basically been working with the same piece of legislation since 1974. And when legislation was written in those days, it was very black and white, very, very prescriptive, and in some areas very long-winded. Now the FCP breaks that down into one simple food safety concept per page.
I've found, as far as environmental health officers are concerned, it's more than approachable, and we have in a couple of instances, rung them up for advice on exactly to make sure that the way we are going and how we've decided to use the food control plan as far as our business is concerned is the right way, and we are adapting it in the right way.
So that's it. Quite easy really, especially when you consider that you're probably doing most of what's in the food control plan already. But what using the FCP and diary does is give you, and anyone else who needs to know, a clear and detailed picture of how professionally you operate and manage your food business. With all that information at your fingertips, managing your food business should be, well, as easy as pie.